Hello, this is Dr. Phil Rosenkrantz with Introduction to Retirement Planning Part 1. This is part of our IME4030 course, but it doesn't necessarily have to be restricted to this course, but it does fit in very nicely. This presentation is going to be broken up into 4 parts. Each part is very short. There are some spreadsheets that can accompany this, but they aren't going to be explained in detail during the presentation for sake of time, but hopefully these introductions will help the students who are going to be using the spreadsheet to understand what's going on and follow the instructions. So this is part 1, where we're basically explaining our approach of what we're going to be doing. So let's move to the next slide, slide number 2, and it's my disclaimer. I just want to point out that this is a project that's not intended to replace the advice and counsel of licensed financial planners, because I'm not one, but it is primarily a class exercise to illustrate the concepts that we've been teaching in IME4030, and it's a project that you can individualize and make valuable for yourself. And if you see some value in it, hopefully you'll take advantage in your own personal life. This presentation is based on a book that I found called How to Retire Early and Live Well with Less Than $1 Million by Gillette Edmonds. There are many books that talk about this topic and would give you advice on how to invest, how to retire early, how to plan for retirement. And I'm sure that there are a lot of them that are probably even better than this book. But this book was chosen because it looked like it would make a very nice presentation. It was simple enough to put into a clean, simple presentation. So let's move to slide number 3. The variables that you need to determine so that you can plan for your retirement is based on what you need to live on and some other aspects of things that are going to happen in the future. You need to determine what your total living expenses are per year. From that, how much capital you're going to need to invest so that you'll be able to live on that during retirement and generate that. What will be future increases? What will be the rate of inflation? Will there be any investment management fees? And then finally, what kinds of returns can you expect from your investments? Now, we've tried to characterize that on a cash flow diagram. Please go to slide number 4. This is our basic cash flow diagram. It shows your present age at the left, and then retirement age in the middle, and then it goes on from there. And the idea here is we're going to try and estimate how much we need to retire on, and then work backwards. So let's go to slide number 5. Where do we start? We're going to try to estimate in today's dollars how much you would need to live on in the manner you wish to retire at. And so we'll be using today's dollars to do that. Then we'll ask, when do you think you're going to retire? And let me make a quick side trip here. I'm going to be using the word retire, but all I'm really talking about is when are you going to be financially independent? In other words, when would you be able to live based on your own financial investments and your own income and your own revenues, as opposed to having to have a salary from somebody else. So when do you want that to happen? When would you like to retire? Will you have any additional sources of income after you retire, either from a pension, or that's a retirement plan, or from part-time income? What inflation rates do you want to use, and what kind of an investment manager are you? So our approach, this is slide number 6, is to figure out how much you want to have at retirement, then work backwards into how much you need to start saving now, and then figure out an investment strategy that will get you there and analyze the impact of your assumptions using sensitivity analysis. Well, that's the end of part 1. Thank you.